So this is a high quality custom tournament with high quality games. So we're going to expect some good stuff. It says, ever since post week 2 World Cup, I've not really had a high ground in my mind at all and need some tips on getting high ground. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we're watching his high ground timing and whether he goes for high ground, whether he looks for opportunities for high ground, all that sort of stuff. We need tips and point out errors in communication or lack thereof. Okay, we'll definitely criticize that. I think that is already starting to be a good base to start. I don't know about the rest of the stuff. If it's as easy and concrete as that, then we might not have the opportunity to do all this, but could have been a different strategy or way to go about this game with our utility. Okay, that's pretty easy. That's a short thing to do. It's like super concise. We look at what they did on rotation and fix it or don't. Could have maybe sacrificed a bit more mats for certain rotation than take high. So this is the same kind of thing. May have won this game, and although we may have not had a launch pad, I feel like most players would be able to take high ground with our utility or find a way. Okay, yes, I probably agree. I need some key pointers in the endgame macro decisions so that I can win consistently. Okay, that's probably difficult and by looking at one game, maybe. Also forgot I had 3 chug splashes at the end. Okay, whatever. Cool. All right, let's watch this. Oh, Kez. Yo, Mike, though. What's up, Kez? Kez and Phung, baby. So they actually did really, really well in this tournament, if I remember correctly. They did, like, really, really well. I was paying attention to this slightly. But most of his stuff was concerning endgame, so we're going to kind of skip through the center. Or the early game and stuff. Oh, he just got a kill.
He's just like running around. I can't catch him. Like,
that was good. They just came from different sides, and then they didn't get shields. Oh, why was that Diggy and like a random? I've never even seen that guy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna skip over towards. Dang, they're hungry. I like it. I like it. I think this is underrated going on the side of zone and even playing outside of zone. I think people have started to realize the poorness of being on edge zone, being able to get storm fought. So like it's less likely now, but again, it is a bigger risk than just going center zone.
there's a guy east.
It's a pretty interesting topic. Pretty interesting.
Oh, there's a guy behind this tree. I hit him, blue.
We saw him over here already. Very difficult to see on the edge of your screen, but we did see him over there. That's such a beautiful cone, man. This is something I'm trying to do a lot when people try to exit their box and just hit him with that cone when they try to ramp out. It's so good. You can easily catch them every single time. And this makes it, look at this position here. Perfect in terms of catching somebody and forcing a pinch. Now this guy has to focus. Like, this is the worst type of situation for this guy to be in. He's dead 100% right here. Oh, but another team came through. I was gonna say Phung could easily pinch this, but then he got attacked by his teammate. We're listening for comms right now, basically. All right, so there's something right there. If we're gonna criticize comms, let's think about in these games. Your teammate up top, Phung, says there's another guy. He's up high, okay, and then he also says, "Can you chop?" Okay, that is a very, very specific question. So you should answer that. You should answer that. Instead, you say something that seems irrelevant for Phung. For Phung, it's almost going to be irrelevant. Obviously, he wants to come down and get the slurp, but he is focused on maybe trying to get damage or trying not to get hit himself. So yes, what you should do in this case is say, "No, I can't chop. I'm doing whatever." You have to answer him so that he knows whether to chop or not, or whether you're chopping or not. And he has to answer you back too. When you say, "Hey, there's a slurp, come down to me," he needs to say, "Okay, I'm coming," right? There needs to be an acceptance or denial of a proposition, right? In all these situations, there needs to be. I really like how you boxed out here.
Shit.
This guy's a lunch.
Gives so much space that you don't end up in an awkward situation when he comes down to heal. Plus, there's extra mats. Really nice. I need to do that more when I get 1 kill low ground and my teammate is fighting up top.
It's about 180.
Okay, they're oh wait, they're still fighting.
There's about 180 metal or 150. He's still above us, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm putting cones on everything.
See, the air was better. He's still above us, by the way. Oh, that was nice. So he's still above us, by the way. And then you said, yeah, it really wasn't a completely direct acknowledgement of that, but it was at least something.
He's still above us, by the way.
I'm trying to listen here to what you say when he's above you.
I'm putting cones on everything.
Again. He's in.
Oh shit, I'm not with you.
Did he place that wall?
I'm putting cones on everything.
Again.
No, he did. Wow, that was godlike. That was godlike. So here, I think you need more priority differences in your voice. I don't hear any differences or tone differences in your voice because, and Phung can obviously be good at figuring it out or not. But here, if you say he's breaking in a little louder, it makes it more clear. Can you guys hear the comms, by the way, in chat? Let me turn it up since we're analyzing comms. It makes it easier for him to know it's urgent.
He's in.
Oh shit, I'm not with you. Nice.
I need
Dropping
that.
2 minis.
I'm
Oh, you
good.
already got.
Is that gold combat behind you?
Ammo, do you have ammo? Dang, people running south.
Yeah. Just don't rush at you.
I hit someone for 150 northwest red.
Don't make
There's a guy on top of the mountain as well, staring at us. Are there people in?
We're basically centered anyways. Do you have any mobility? I just have 5 shadows.
No, I've none.
Okay, so we're looking for macro decisions to take height. I'm not sure what their mobility is right now. I think they said they only had like a couple. Oh, they has a bunch of shadows. I don't know what Phung has.
Heavy sniper.
We need to take note of that before we get in the end game. Also, for everybody else besides Kez and Phung here is they notice how when they got that first kill on the guy in Salty, they didn't worry about making sure they finished the fight, right? They just left him there. And that made it, obviously they were close to zone, so it was fine, but they were able to regroup in such a way that it forced this guy to make a move, and then it was so easy for at least Kez to 1v1 him because he got desperate on what he wanted to do. So that was his mistake, but it was forced because Phung and Kez, good patience. A lot of people would be like, oh, there's still a guy here, there's still a guy here, there's still a guy here, we got to do something.
Big shield, 4 minis, 3 guns.
I have 4 minis, 4 chug splash,
Okay.
and 5 shadows.
Yeah, it's preference, Milton, on shotguns, 100%. That was unfortunate on zone.
It's close, but we want to be on top.
Let me see.
These
Two
guys are already
next to us
leaving?
left.
Yeah, yeah. There's one
So,
on your right, too. He
Phung
went down.
saying it's close, we want to be on top is very true. One thing I'm not seeing is you opening the map and doing anything except maybe marking center zone, but I think that was Phung anyways. But marking center zone is cool. But there's other spots here, right? Obviously being up top here is good, but like the sides is not bad either. And this side is not bad either, and also this mountain is not that bad either. And in fact, like the center in this case, because it's gonna be 5th zone after this, is probably not as good all the time. Right? Because the zones are gonna be like this. All right, so center, not that great. I mean, it's good because I've said this so many times, but it's good because it gives you the possibility, the highest probability of being very close to the zone, but it never gives you the chance to be in zone,
Come this
which is
way,
the issue.
left. You kidding me? them back. I don't have an AR to. If they do. End up doing it again.
Wonder what the play is. Like, we haven't established the play yet. Kez and Phung, we haven't established it yet. They were sitting in a box, and Kez decides, come this way. And that's it. There's no plan here besides what Kez has maybe in his mind to cross the river, but there's no let's not use the slipstream, let's use the slipstream, let's get a little bit in, then use our shadows or something to get up, or let's just try to go the entire way. Let's try to get a free rotation. There's none of that. There has been no plan established. It's just kind of willy-nilly going for it, which makes it very confusing.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, I'm going. Where are you going? See, like, all this time, where am I? You just went in, right? And you were deciding that you needed to take something. But yeah, sitting in this kind of sucks. If you get lucky, I'm going to peek ahead.
Yeah.
You got very lucky. But we at least need to be on this hill. Imagine if someone's over here, you guys are dead. You guys are absolutely dead. No chance. No chance. And if you're not dead, you're low ground. And you said you wanted to take high ground. So there's no possible way that you're taking high ground from this position. Actually, even in this position right here where you do get zone, it's very difficult for you to take high ground.
I need to get a better position. These teams are directly looking right above.
See, you're clearly thinking about it. It's just there's no actual plan to do it or do anything. Oof. What the freak?
Oh, wow.
That guy just beamed right back.
There's no benefit unless, yeah. We don't need to push anyone because we don't gain anything except for health. Maybe their loot, but if it's too far.
They have a heavy south.
Everybody across the way are using launch pads to get up on high ground. You guys can't even walk up. You have to build up too. Rough. Rough. Yeah, I know they have 5 shadows. I don't know what Phung has, but I assume they have a way to get to where they need to go, but this position sucks.
Why are they spraying it?
Sucks. I mean, besides the fact that they got zone. They get zone, that's pretty happy. Pretty good. Oh, that's perfect. That is beautiful. That was beautiful.
Coming.
Scar. How much metal does he have? 107, that's all he has.
Shockwaves now?
Shock splashes? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I'm at 6.
Splash, splash, splash.
Here, give me a mini.
Splash yourself and your teammate, my man. There we go.
You have an open slot, right?
No. Well, yeah, I can. I don't even have mini.
Or actually, you can grab the shockwaves. You should grab the shockwaves.
There's 4. Yeah. You guys should definitely have high ground with this. Or you should have a play to make high ground here. I like just sitting still in the zone though.
Okay, northeast.
These zones are so awkward though, man, to take height because of the way that they go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's crazy. It's so difficult.
They're breaking our metal south.
Why though? Why though? Yo, your frames are insane. I don't know who you talk to, but my man's has 144 constant with 42 alive in a custom game, supported creator matchmaking, arena, and you have 144 constant.
Are you gonna shadow this one?
Yeah. Shadow
Okay.
Lay. You can save a lot.
My man.
Utility.
That's nuts.
I'm gonna let you shadow first and then shockwave. I don't want to push you.
I got to figure out the secret because Arena customs yesterday. Ooh, I mean Trio customs yesterday. Big oof.
Okay.
Big oof. All right, you guys should have decided about mobility hours ago. hours ago. As soon as this zone was revealed, you should have talked about what you need to do. To ask, do you have a launch pad right now is so, you guys should be making your play right now, or this is when you're finding the kills, finding the opportunities. You can't be talking about, do you have a launch pad right now? Oh, that sucks. Yep, 100%. Honestly, if you're this early, you can crank at least. What I like to recommend is crank at least one up. Always just build one up and then look and see. Do you have an opportunity here? Can you create something where you can go for height, or do you have height? Just crank one up. And it gives you the layer advantage against everybody else who's landing on the mountain.
I'm actually in a pretty good spot.
I can actually get to you. Oh, what the fuck? I fell. Lag central.
Someone back.
Yep.
I'm gonna shadow again.
Yeah, just play yourself.
Oh, guy right on this.
Crack someone's shield.
Nice. Let's go. Oh shit. I got him.
Another thing there, like, Phung is really good at listening to you, but if I'm playing with you, bro, I'm not picking up half the things that you're saying.
Good.
Because you're super soft. It might be different for the people listening to you, but
Going up.
God, I wish I could see Phung's POV here. Real bad. Okay, yeah. So this is it, right? Look up. You have not done it once. If you want to take height, if you want to be somebody who goes for height, you gotta look up. Man, your movement here is nuts.
I'm safe.
Your movement here is nuts. Literally getting griefed by so many people and stays alive.
Good. Do you have any more shockwaves?
No,
Healing.
I have a pad now.
What's this guy doing? Oh, that was actually pretty sick. He's dead. Man. Shockwaves, I guess this is what the guy was asking about yesterday, man. You get so split so often, but he had 4 shockwaves, so it makes sense. But Kez never made the decision to get back up to him. And again, this is what I was saying yesterday. Like, just stay confident about being split. Like, they're not worried about it at all. They didn't even say anything about being split. They just continue asking, can you make it forward? Play for yourself. And that's it.
I'm actually good.
But again, another point just to crank up. Like, he could be using, if they got together, you could be using these chug splashes for so much efficiency. Finally, you can see Phung right here. But the rest of the time, you never ever spent looking where Phung is, looking is there high ground, looking anything except for healing yourself, and then finding a free kill almost on Teza, who was not even looking at you.
I'm like across from you, bro.
I love that cone when he's breaking out that way. Ugh, so nice.
Damn it, I died.
But like, you should have been right here. You should have been spamming for Phung. You should have been doing something here. Obviously, the high ground take at this point is probably not possible, but the fact that we never looked up, I think that was the biggest thing, right? We're never looking for that opportunity, even though we want to. Even though you talked about the positioning early on in this game specifically, you're not looking up and looking to see, is there an opportunity to do it? I would recommend every time you get to zone, crank up one and then look up. I don't care what's there. I don't care if there's a floor. Just look up. Look up. Just make that a habit, because then you'll see, oh shit, there's nothing above me. I got this layer free to myself. You'll see so much more than just, oh, can I go for high ground? Like, that is a basic, not much information for you, but there's so much more to be gained by just looking up. Who's on my layer? Who's on the other layers? Who's on blah, blah, blah? Is there an opportunity to get up a little bit more? Can I get back to my teammate if I go up one? Or all these different things. There's so many questions you can answer just by looking up and around, and specifically just looking for information. It doesn't have to be, is there a kill there? No, it's just a person there. That is your biggest fix, I think, in this game, because you could have still flawlessly won this game if you had saved Phung here. And you have 3 chug splashes. Like, that is 60 HP back for Phung that you could have easily gotten him back in so many different opportunities. But you do pop off, so whatever. I think you could, I don't know what you do, but I think you could win the game. You have 7 kills already. That's fucking disgusting.
7 people, play your life.
Yeah.
Another thing is you talked about the chug splashes. How do you fix that? How do you fix that? Every time that you do anything in terms of inventory, all right, every time you box up again, even there, when you're looking around, make sure you check your inventory. This is the checklist that I always talk about, right? Check things. And that gives you the possibility of making sure that you know you have it and using it. Check match, check inventory, check position, check teammates' position, all these things. I think that you could value from it immensely, because clearly you have the mechanics and the decision making to do certain things. But if you had also the checklist to be able, the mental checklist to know all these other decisions that you could be making, bruh, you'd be nasty. And for anybody who doesn't know who Kez and Phung are, like, these guys almost qualified in week 2 World Cup. They're fucking disgusting. And obviously these are pro customs. It's a pro custom tournament.
Yeah, let's fucking go, baby.
You
Let's
win
fucking
from
go.
that, bro. You're nuts.
Let's fucking go.
You are
Yeah, I just
nuts.
fucking won.
You literally hit every single one of your combat shots this game. Like, honestly, if we go back and look at the combat shots that we watch, you hit every single shot. It felt like you are absolutely cracked. Yeah, and I think you have the right ideas in terms of what you need to fix. You just have to have some solutions to them, I think, and hopefully this can help you, because if you remember you have the chug splash in this situation, if you remember that you could get to your teammate, you could spam for him, you could do something for him in this case, and you clean up some comms, bruh, this team is going to be absolutely unstoppable. What do you guys think about that?